Hey guys, what's up? Welcome back to the channel. It's Cynicalex. And now, even though there's only a couple of days before the live stream, we still have zero clue who any of the Awakening characters are for this month's update, which is pretty big considering there are at minimum 4 characters on the table: Corvus, Supergiant, Cull Obsidian, and Ebony Maw. Now, it might be very cool if the 4 of them all got Awakening, but it might not be the case. We could get 2 Awakenings, we could get 3. They can really do whatever they want. The only one we really know is Proxima. She's definitely getting a tier 3. So what I thought would be fun is let's take Proxima's gears all the way up to 25. You guys can see me, evaporate some of my vast resource stockpile, a la the dragon Smaug from Hobbit. And then, because we, again, have no idea, there's a 25% chance, I guess, if I guess one of them that they're not, if there's going to be 3 out of 4, right? 75% chance that whoever I guess is going to be correct. I'm just going to go ahead and guess Corvus is going to be one of the 3, if there are 3, if they're not 4, or less than 3, awakened characters, because he is Proxima's husband. So we're going to do the whole waifu husbando thing. And also, I really like Corvus as a character. I just think he's very cool. He sort of always has a small place in the meta, or he always has a foothold in the meta because of his revive passive. Like, that's always going to be worth something for Alliance Conquest, for, timeline battle and stuff like that. It's always going to be worth something. And then he's got a CGP of Destruction, so we're going to test him out with that. And actually, just now that I think about it, I think when characters who have an Awakening skill revive, it's very, very rare, right? It's only the Warriors of the Sky. They can pop their Awakening skill right away. I believe that's how it works. I haven't played with them in PvP in a long time, but yeah. So if Corvus does get an Awakening, he could be really hilarious for PvP, because even if you kill him once, he's just going to wake up and slam you with the Awakening skill, which usually ends up killing most characters, especially if it's an iframe. It'll avoid physical or element or energy reflect from any sort of character like, Silver Surfer, Destroyer, Luke Cage, etc. So let's go ahead and start upgrading their gears. Let's see how much this costs me. I have a lot of resources stockpiled through a combination of playing World Boss Legend a lot, playing the story mode fragment farming missions a lot, and opening those chests, and then also being a big thick whale who goes around dropping cash and maxing out the credit cards because he loves Marvel. So here we go. 1 is very nice. 28 is not very nice. Okay, 14. The 28 hurt, but the 14 was really nice on the last one, so I will take that. We're definitely going to be dipping under 5 digits for the gears here, for the 2 materials that I have, Essence of Dimension and Titan component packs, but that's okay. 13 is nice. 18 is okay. Let's go down. 15, nice. Okay, so really good so far for Proxima. If you want to put on your tinfoil hats, some people believe that ranking up the gears before the update is going to cost you less, because if if the character comes out with a tier 3, then for that update they can jack up the cost of the gears, because now they know you want the character. So okay, we had 16, 16, 19, 19. It's pretty expensive, but it could be a lot worse, man. That 19 could almost double to 30 something odd, 35. So I'm actually pretty happy with the cost so far. It's not bad. This is for a native tier 2. Keep that in mind. These are technically more expensive characters, under 20. Okay, not bad, not bad. So I think we ended up spending just over 1,500. Yeah, I think we ended up spending like 1,700 for the gears, which is not bad at all. I think we only had 2 gears at 22, I believe, and the rest of them were at 20. So we did almost a full upgrade for the big procs. And now we are at rank 1295. She's got decent stats already. 36k energy attack and 45k HP without anything too special here. And again, with no obelisk whatsoever. So that's kind of nice. Now, I actually want to talk about one thing before we do Corvus really quickly here. Talking about resources that I have a lot of, right? Essence of Dimension and Titan component packs. Some of you guys are probably like, man, this dude's just flexing. On the flip side, I have to admit that I have not been diligent about buying uniform upgrade kits. And I talked about this on stream, but it definitely begs repeating. For those of you that don't know, you can buy 150 of these a day, which is a pretty decent chunk if you buy it every single day. That's 4,500 a month, and you should buy them every single day if you can spare the tokens, and you should be able to spare the tokens, because especially if you want to max out uniforms day 1, you're gonna need it. So I have not been diligent about this. I actually, at one point, I had about 15,000 uniform upgrade kits, And I was like, you know what? I'm never going to use 15,000 uniform upgrade kits. There's no way. And then I stopped doing Shadowland past stage 35. And you can actually get 30 or 20 or 50 uniform upgrade kits from those boxes, which seems like a really bad reward. But when it's actually something I need now, because I want to max out all the Black Order day one, again, it's sort of like a whales problem. It's you know, it's obviously Hoarder's issue here, because I want to max the uniforms out on day one. If I didn't want to do that, I wouldn't have this issue at all, but it's like 900 uniform upgrade kits each character. So right now I can only max out 3 on day one. I'm still too short. So I actually played Shadowland last week before the reset, all the way to the end, and I opened up some chests and actually got some extra uniform upgrade kits. But uniform upgrade kits are actually a bottleneck for me right now, because I can't get them anywhere other than dimension missions and here in the shield lab. So I actually have been using them. I mean, possibly RIP the shield lab, by the way, if you didn't see that video where I talked about it. But yeah, I've been maxing these out, and I've been sort of doing this and doing this. And I actually was thinking about doing a dedicated video on the shield lab, because if it goes away, especially this production thing, this where you process the antimatter into different rewards, I don't think they would take this away. I think it would be a really bad look for them to take it away. But if they did, not only would it reduce the amount of UUK and cards that you could farm, a lot of people farm cards here, it's very popular, but it would make it much, much harder to farm X23 and Nightcrawler bios here from this production thing. And then also the ultimates, Anti-Man, Nova, and Blue Marvel. This is the only place to get these guys other than from bio subscriptions, maybe? I don't know. I actually don't know where to get them, to be honest. Outside of that, I have no idea. So yeah, it'll be very interesting to see what happens there. But anyways, uniform upgrade kits. I might have more gold than you. I may have more energy or crystals or whatever than you. You know, Titan component packs, CCF. But there's plenty of you out there that have way more UUK than me. And yeah, I sort of made my own bed. I sort of messed up myself, so I sort of deserve to be in the conundrum that I'm in now. Anyways, let's go ahead and upgrade to Corvus here, and let's see how much this is going to cost. Hopefully, I won't be wrong about my gamble that he's going to be getting an awakening. Yeah, here comes the shaft, boys. I strongly encourage you to not follow my example here. Do not waste your resources ahead of time, because there's no guarantee that Corvus is getting anything. And if he doesn't get anything, then I wasted the resources, because tier 2 characters are kind of useless in this game unless they can be transcended or taken to tier 3. So yeah, don't do as I do. Do as I say, I guess, or do as I suggest. Ooh, 3. Boom, big comeback there. Heck yeah. I have not upgraded a character's gear in some time, but we are sort of juicing it right now with these upgrades. 14, let's stay under 20. Nice, under 20, under 20. Okay, 22, let's go down to 2. 20, Slipping through my fingers. Okay, so that was something, but not bad. So we banged out 2 of the Black Order already, gears 25, and we still have 7k of each resource left. Keep in mind, I'm gonna have to drop quite a bit for Proxima when she comes out, but besides that, you know, I could probably max out the other 3. Gotta make sure that we save some for Supergiant, though, because I actually can't even do her right now. So I couldn't max her out now if I wanted to. But anyways, let's jump into a little bit of content and see how Proxima and Corvus shake out. So I actually think Cyclops is the best lead for Proxima. I may have forgotten someone, but I don't think I did. Hopefully I didn't. So we got 65% energy attack lead, and then we've got Valkyrie as a support for the additional damage against villains. Now, looking at this damage, I have to say I picked too high of a stage, clearly. I mean, the damage is not horrendous, but yeah, no, 50 is definitely too high on her list here. This is all without a damage proc, which is nice. You can see how Pierce makes her damage oh so steady, since she's not relying on all defense down or anything like that. It's not bad, but not being able to do stage 50 at this day and age for a native tier 2 is pretty rough, because you got to compare her to the likes of Beta Ray Bill. So we're gonna have to lower this down. But even before Beta Ray Bill got his awakening, before Pierce, he was able to one-shot stage like 80 of Ebony or 90. So again, this is before Pierce was ever invented. Well, we don't know if it was before Pierce was invented, but it was before Pierce came to the game, right? This is June 2020. There's tons of videos out there, tons of content creators. I was sort of late to the beta ray build train. I eventually made my content in July, August, something like that. But yeah, he was able to one-shot very high stages of content, much higher than stage 40 here. And again, he was able to do it for Ebony and Cull and Corvus and Thanos. So he was sort of running around the block, one-shotting everybody. And that's sort of the comparison. I mean, he's an Epic Quest native tier 2, whereas Proxima is a World Boss native tier 2. I actually would consider Proxima to be more expensive than, well, she's actually not more expensive to obtain than Beta Ray Bill, in the sense that you have to go through the Epic Quest to get Beta Ray Bill. You actually have to finish the Epic Quest. So no, he is definitely more expensive than she is, but you have to beat her 10 times, right? So that takes a minimum of 2 days. You have to be able to beat her stage, and then you also have to build her up. In the sense of, I think do you get Beta Ray Bill for free? I think you do, yeah. So in the sense that the Epic Quest is more expensive, but you actually end up with a Beta Ray Bill that's finished and built, you don't have to then go and build him from 1 star. After you unlock Proxima, you then have to go and build her up from 1 star, right? She doesn't come with any sort of pre-building, so it's another 50 million gold, 4,400. You know the standard drill on how much they cost. But anyways, we're about 1:15 in, and we've got him down to 12 bars. This is probably happening. So she could probably do stage 40 with 14% Pierce and no Obelisk. That's not bad. Honestly, I don't know. So I think we're dead here. Oh, no, we're not dead. So in about 1.5 minutes, she got down to about 11, half 11. That's not bad. That's okay. Let's jump over to Proxima and see how her husband Corvus does. Now, unlike energy damage characters, physical damage characters have less leaderships available. So we're actually gonna go with Beast here. We're gonna pull one way out of the bag, and we're gonna go with Beast, and we're gonna try to proc on the 5th skill. If the 5th skill doesn't work, we're gonna try to proc on the 3rd skill. And yeah, let's see what happens with the old bag. Oh, it's actually not bad. We got the buff from Beast, so that does boost his damage a little bit. But yeah, the damage is not bad. It's just his survivability. He has fewer iframes than Proxima does, and his paralysis, which is so clutch on his 3rd skill, actually doesn't apply to world bosses. So sad seeing all these buffs that don't apply to world bosses. Well, it's like when you see all defense down not applying to world bosses, you're just like, I want to cry now, because the buff's there, the debuff's there, but you just can't use it. But he's doing pretty good, actually, I would say. I think he can do stage 50 if I don't die first. That's pretty good. Stage 50, that little pop of damage, that's not bad. Again, native tier 2 comparing to Beta Ray Bill and the like, you know, that's obviously bad. But you know what else is bad? I watched this Netflix movie today. Well, I watched part of it. The Woman in the Window, I think it is, with Amy Adams and Anthony Mackie, the Falcon, or Captain America. Ooh, that movie was bad. We're gonna use his 3rd skill defensively. Now we're gonna run. The good thing about Corvus 2 is if you die, you don't die. He has immunity on his 5th skill. It's kind of nice. I mean, if you die, you revive. I don't mean so that you don't die. Maybe 3 cancel 5 could be a good proc too. You can also use the 1 to sort of throw the... But you want them to stay still, throw the glaive, but you want them to stay still during the 5th skill. Because he roars, right? That's not bad, see? See that roar? Did like almost half a bar of damage? It's crazy that only 1 member of the Black Order has a heal, though. Cull Obsidian, right? Like, they're interplanetary, you know? He's doing pretty good, though. So I think he can do, like, stage 50, which is not bad for... It's bad. It's not bad compared to Supergiant, who can't do stage 5, probably. Maybe she can do stage 5. But yeah, that's just a little taste of what they play like now and what they're capable of. It's pretty low. The bar is very, very low. So that's good because the devs have really easy expectations to smash. You know, no one is using the Black Order at all for any content. So they're in the exact same position that the Defenders were in. And look how much the Defenders gained by getting that buff, right? Everyone loves Luke Cage. Daredevil's awesome in PvP, and he can do some PvE stuff. He can do some dispatch stuff. Iron Fist had this whole renaissance, and he was so well used for a while. And then Jessica Jones is a pretty dope support. She's the weakest of the bunch, I'll admit, and she's probably the one that deserved more out of the 4. But she's still a very useful cog in that machine, especially if you want to take them into PvP action. So if the Black Order get Defenders-esque reworks or better, I think that's a huge win. So again, I can't wait. Just wanted to give you guys a little bit more of an update, and I wanted to start sort of pre-investing before the big day, because I'm going to be tier 3ing her right away and seeing how she is. And then maybe I'll be transcending him if that's the case, or tier 3ing him. Who knows? Maybe there's 2 tier 3s. Maybe they're hiding something else from us. We'll have to wait and see. Anyways, wife and husband, hit me up in the comments down below. Let me know what you think. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you in the next one. Take care.